rightly said that Ganita Shastraadhyayanam Apata Madhuram Adyanta Sukhadam. Many impossible and difficult problems of arithmetic are easily dealt by algebra. Now you see this problem. If alpha comma beta are the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, find the value of alpha power 2020 plus beta power 2020. This is the question. Question seems to be little different, but you see the equation, this is interesting equation. Have you ever seen this equation? X square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Yes, we see this equation while finding cubed roots of unity in the chapter complex numbers. You see, while finding cubed roots of unity, we take this equation which will have 3 roots, and the roots of this equation are called cubed roots of unity, and we can factorize it like x minus 1 into x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Now we can say that its roots are 1. If you just write the roots of this quadratic equation, minus 1 plus or minus root 3i by 2, that is minus 1 plus root 3i by 2 minus 1 minus root 3i by 2. These are the 3 cubed roots of unity. That means these are those numbers whose cube is 1. Generally we denote it as 1 omega omega square. Since omega is a root of this equation, we observe that omega cube is going to be 1. Now omega power 4 is omega cube into omega, which is omega itself. Omega power 5 is omega cube into omega square, which is omega square. Omega power 6 is omega cube into omega cube, which is 1. Again omega power 7 is going to be omega power 6 into omega, you will get omega. Omega power 8 is going to be omega square, omega power 9 is to be 1, and hence we can generalize like omega power 3n multiple of 3 is going to be 1, omega power 3n plus 1 like multiple of 3 plus 1 like omega power 4, omega power 7, omega power 10, all these will become omega. Omega power 3n plus 2 will become omega square. From the above observation, we can generalize these 3 points. Now coming to the problem, this is a special equation whose roots are omega omega square. The roots of this equation are omega omega square, which are going to be alpha and beta in this particular problem. Now you consider alpha power 2020 plus beta power 2020, which is alpha is omega power 2020 plus omega square power 2020, which is omega power 2020 plus omega power 4040. Now since it is, if we divide this with 3, the remainder is 1, and hence it is like 3n plus 1. So this becomes omega power 1 plus, and this gives a remainder of 2 when divided by 3. So this is omega square. What do you say about omega plus omega square? If you just add these two, you will get minus 1, or we know the result 1 plus omega square will become 0. Either from the result or if you add these two, you will get minus 1. Answer of this question is going to be minus 1. It is simple if you show little interest in some special equations. This is a special equation whose roots are omega omega square. If you know these two results, you can easily write the answer. You know, this kind of question Similar kind of question on that equation is given in JEE Main 2020 Jan as well as JEE Main 2019 Jan. So, this we can say an interesting problem. Now, you see this problem, if the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 are in the ratio m is to n, then prove that mn b square is equal to m plus n whole square into ac. This is a question. So, let us take up the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 and let us say its roots are m alpha n alpha, because it is given that the roots are in the ratio m is to n. Now, you consider their sum of the roots. M alpha plus n alpha is going to be minus b by a, that is m plus n into alpha is minus b by a. Similarly, product of the roots, consider m alpha into n alpha is c by a. So, which is mn alpha square is equal to c by a. Now, from these two we need to eliminate alpha. So, better you square the equation, so that this is equation number 1, let us call this is equation number 2. If you square the first equation, you will get m plus n whole square into alpha square is equal to b square by a square. Now, from equation 2, we can write alpha square as c by a mn. Now, you replace this in this equation. So, you will get m plus n whole square is equal to into c by a mn is equal to b square by a square. See this, m plus n whole square into c by a mn is equal to b square by a square. Now, since a is not equal to 0, you can cancel this, from which you will get that mn b square is equal to m plus n whole square into ac is the required result. So, this is not only a problem, sometimes he may give a question like one root is double of the other, that means the roots are in the ratio 1:2. In such cases, you can apply this relation so that that problem can be solved easily. So, better we can remember this as a result. Now, you see this equation 7 power 1 plus x plus 7 power 1 minus x is 50. In fact, it is not a quadratic equation, but a simple alignment we can reduce it to a quadratic equation. Let us see. So, we can write it as 7 power 1 into 7 power x plus 7 power 1 into 7 power minus x is equal to 50. So, we can write it as 7 into 7 power x plus 7 by 7 power x is equal to 50. Now, let us choose 7 power x as some t, let us suppose, so that this equation becomes 7t plus 7 by t is equal to 50, right. Now, 7t square minus 50t plus 7 equal to 0 is going to be the quadratic equation. We know how to solve a quadratic equation. In earlier classes, we have seen factorization method, or we have the formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, with the help of which if we solve, you will get t as 7 or 1 by 7. Here t stands for 7 power x is 7 or 1 by 7, which means that x is going to be 1 or minus 1. Therefore, the solution set is set 1 comma minus 1. You can verify even 7 square plus 1 is 49
or 1 plus 7 square is 49. So, in this way certain equations, even though they are not quadratic directly, they can be reducible to quadratic and can be solved. Now, you see this problem, solve root of x by 1 minus x plus root of 1 minus x by x as 13 by 6. This is the equation. Even though it is not quadratic, we can reduce it to quadratic. You see, if you observe, if it is like t, it is going to be its reciprocal as 1 by t. So, I choose root of x by 1 minus x as t. With this choice, the equation becomes t plus 1 by t is 13 by 6. Now, this equation is nothing but t square plus 1 by t is 13 by 6. So, this is 6t square plus 6 is equal to 13t, which is nothing but 6t square minus 13t plus 6 equal to 0. Now, this is a quadratic equation which can be solved with the help of factorization method or our formula method. If you solve, you are going to get t as 3 by 2 as well as 2 by 3. Now, t stands for root of x by 1 minus x is 3 by 2 or root of x by 1 minus x is 2 by 3. Now, if you just square it, x by 1 minus x is 9 by 4, you will get a linear expression like 4x is equal to 9 minus 9x. So, 13x is equal to 9, x is equal to 9 by 13. As well, if you square here, x by 1 minus x is 4 by 9 and hence 9x is equal to 4 minus 4x. So, 13x is equal to 4 and hence x is 4 by 13. Not only that, since you have taken the square, you may get some extra roots. This is why you need to verify. 9 by 13 if you substitute here, you will get 9 by 4 which is 3 by 2. 4 by 13 if you substitute here, you will get 4 by 9 which is 2 by 3, satisfies, and hence the final solution set is going to be 9 by 13 as well as 4 by 13. In this way, certain equations, even though they are not directly in quadratic equations form, we can reduce it to quadratic, we can solve. Now, you see this problem, find all numbers which exceed their square root by 12. We have to find all numbers which exceed their square root by 12. Let us form the equation, let x be the required number. So, its square root is going to be root x. This must exceed its square root by 12 in the sense, we can write the equation like x is equal to root x plus 12. Now, we can write this as x minus 12 is equal to root x. I want to square on both sides. X minus 12 whole square is equal to, this is x, right. We can write it as x square minus 24x plus 144 is equal to x. Now, this can be written as x square minus 25x plus 144 equal to 0 is the quadratic equation. Now, this can be solved by either factorization method or our formula method. Now, you can observe it as x minus 9 into x minus 16 is going to be 0, therefore, x is equal to 9 or 16. Right. Let us check with the answers. Suppose x is 16, will it satisfy the given equation? 16 is equal to 4 plus 12. Yes, it satisfies. X is equal to root x plus 12. What about x is equal to 9? So, 9 is equal to 3 plus 12 is meaningless, it will not satisfy. Therefore, x is equal to 16 is the only number which satisfies our condition. You see, you may get a doubt, when this is not being satisfied, then why did we get this as a root? You see, this is our actual equation. We have taken the square, that means we raised the degree. When you raise the degree of an equation, there is a chance to get extraneous roots, because this is combination of two equations like this, and x minus 12 is equal to minus root x. For both the equations we will get the same equation. So, this is why when you raise the degree of an equation, there is a possibility of getting extraneous roots, unnecessary roots. In that case, definitely you need to check with, by substitution, you need to check with the original equation and confirm your actual solution. That is very, very important point. Now, you see this problem, some points in the plane are marked and they are connected pairwise by line segment. If the total number of line segments formed is 10, find the number of marked points on the plane. That means, in the plane he has taken certain points, say let me take for example 4 points I have taken A, B, C, D. He is connecting the points by line segment pairwise. Pairwise means from A to B, A to C, A to D. Then from B, B to A is already there, B to C, B to D. From C, C to A is there, C to B is there, C to D. From D already drawn. So, total number of line segments are going to be 6. 6 is the number. Now, in this problem, the point is he has taken certain points in the plane, we do not know, let it be n. He joined the points to form line segments. Given that total number of line segments is 10, the question is how many points are taken initially. Suppose we have taken n points, right. Now, from each point how many line segments can be drawn? From this point I can draw n minus 1 line segment, because n minus 1 points are left. So, n minus 1 line segments can be drawn. From second point n minus 1, of course, there may be repeating, we can draw n minus 1. From third point n minus 1, fourth point n minus 1. Like that, from n points we will get n minus 1 points should be added n times. These many line segments will be there, right. Out of these line segments we can draw, I mean to say, each line segment is counted twice. For example, in this diagram if you choose, this line segment is counted from A to B as well as B to A. This line segment is counted at A to C as well as C to A. So, actual number of line segments is going to be by 2, because in the above procedure each line segment is counted twice. Now, this number of line segments is given as 10. So, the equation is going to be n square minus n minus 20 equal to 0. It is a simple quadratic equation. If we solve, n is going to be 5 comma minus 4. N cannot be a negative number. So, n is going to be 5. That means he has taken 5 points in the plane initially, so that if we join them pairwise we are going to get 10 line segments. Now, you see this equation, solve 2x power 4 plus x cube minus 11x square plus x plus 2 equal to 0. You see, we are dealing with quadratic equation. How can we expect a degree 4 equation to solve? Difficult, but still we can solve with the help of a simple adjustment in the problem. Do you observe any beauty in the problem? You just observe the quotient. Do you observe any beauty in this? Yes, it is. You see, x power 4 coefficient and constant are the same, first and last. x cube coefficient and x coefficients are the same, right. Such an equation called reciprocal equation. Reciprocal equation. You see, in such cases, if we do a simple procedure, we can solve even degree 4 equation also. What we do is 0 a root of this equation? Never, because constant is 2, x cannot be 0. Since x cannot be 0, you divide the entire equation with x square, because it is of degree 4, the middle term one is having x square term, you divide the equation with x square, so that this becomes 2x square plus x minus 11 plus 1 by x plus 2 by x square equal to 0. I have divided by x square. This is an important step. Now, we can rearrange the terms. 2 into x square plus 1 by x square plus x plus 1 by x minus 11 is equal to 0. This is the equation. In this stage, what we do is we choose x plus 1 by x as t, so that this can be t. And what can you say about x square plus 1 by x square? If you square this equation, you will get x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 is equal to t square, and hence we write here 2 into t square minus 2 plus t minus 11 equal to 0, which is going to be 2t square plus t minus 4 and minus 11 minus 15 equal to 0. Now, we need to solve this equation by our regular method. T is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac 120 by 2a, which is minus 1 plus or minus 11 by 4, which gives 10 by 4 is 5 by 2 and minus 12 by 4 is minus 3. So, we got t value as 5 by 2 as well as minus 3. Actually, t is x plus 1 by x. Now, this is as x not equal to 0 we have written. Fine. Now, x plus 1 by x is equal to 5 by 2 or x plus 1 by x is equal to minus 3. You see, this is another quadratic equation in x, where you can observation also you can say it is like 2 plus 1 by 2, x becomes 2 comma 1 by 2. Whereas, this is an equation like x square plus 3x plus 1 equal to 0, where x value is going to be minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, that is minus 3 plus or minus root 5 by 2. So, for the degree 4 equation, you have got the 2 roots as well as another 2 roots, 4 roots like this.